Yeah, I mean, I've been doing events now for almost 30 years. I think this is my 29th year. Started very humbly doing a small event. Actually, it was a pretty good sized event in Lake Tahoe called the Tahoe Fat Tire Festival. And that kind of got my career started back in 1996, just to date myself a little bit more and my gray beard. Yeah, so I've been in the mountain bike scene and putting on events for almost 30 years now. And yeah, and then we came up with the concept of Rampage in around 2000. And yeah, it's been 23 years of putting that event on, which has been quite an insane journey, really, if I think back about it. And, the people that I've done it with and just, kind of the shepherd of this whole event, I kind of find myself, it's like it's its own beast now. And I just need to kind of keep the guardrails up and kind of keep it moving in the right direction and keep it authentic and keep it, because it is truly a unique event, and it's been stuck around for almost 25 years. We're pulling up on the 25-year anniversary here in a couple of years. It's pretty amazing. I mean, I've been around events as well, other events, and it's just to see an event stick around this long and still be as relevant and as progressive as it is it's a pretty unique situation, and definitely kind of got the lightning in a bottle, as they say.
No, I mean, you should pat yourself on the back. Like you say, for any event to be sticking around that long and to reinvent itself and to progress as an event and as the sport evolves. But you came up with a concept, you say co founded. How does this even happen? Who are you with? Are you spitballing this with free riders? Like, how does it even happen that you say, well, we're going to go into Virgin, Utah, and we're going to go from the top of that hill there, huge hill, mountain, and let the
Yeah.
riders dictate how they get down?
Well, again, it's one of those, just it was lightning in the bottle. Like, I think we never realized we'd be here today, and we never realized there'd be over a million people watching it live, and just around the world. And it's pretty much a household name now. If everybody knows what Rampage is. Back in 2000, 2001, we were, I was putting on events. I'm a skier, ski racer, grew up ski racing. That's kind of my claim to fame, I guess, back in the day. And we used to put on big events, helped with the X Games, put on 9X Games, ski across, border cross. We helped bring into the X Games back in the day with my old company. And we were at an event in Squaw Valley, actually, or Palisades, it's now called. And it was ski across and a border cross, and we're with all the Red Bull guys, and we're all mountain bikers, and we were just talking about it. And we're like, it's crazy that there's nothing in the mountain bike space that's out there, kind of pushing the free ride scene. At that time too, it was like when the Fro Riders were starting, and Tippy and Schley and Wade Simmons and all those guys were kind of coming on the scene. And New World Disorder was going on with Freeride Entertainment, and so there was definitely this like percolating excitement around the sport. But there was nowhere for anybody to really go and show who was the best. And so we're like, well, let's see if we can find a venue somewhere that we could do this event at. And at that time, Josh Bender was on the front cover of Bike magazine, and we're like, well, we got it. That guy looks like he's jumping off stuff and it's kind of pushing the free ride scene. So I called him up, and then there was another guy, Paul Crandall, who was working at Red Bull. He was the VP of marketing for Red Bull at the time. And both of us kind of took it on as our pet project. And we're like, let's see if we can make this thing happen. So we both went out there at different times, kind of scouted all the way around Utah. And then, we're like, we're not really seeing a lot of kind of mini golf stuff, little jumps here, little jumps there, 2, 3 hits, but nothing that you could really do a comp at. And then Bender's like, well, we should go up behind my house. There's some pretty cool stuff. And we went up Kolob Road. And the second I saw that, I'm like, there it is. That's Alaska powder made of dirt, for the mountain bikers. And so in 2001, we pulled it together, and I begged, barred, and steeled, and tried to get funding for it. And then, getting the athletes involved too was a huge thing back then, because it wasn't organized and really nobody really knew what to do with the sport and what it could be. So there's a lot of me pleading a lot of people to come. And, we got there that first year, and it went down. And after it was over, we're all high-fiving going, wow, we knew we had something there. And then it just grew from there, and I always say it's kind of like the frog in the hot water. I don't really see the big changes every year because I'm just in it and I've been living it and I'm talking about people, athletes and industry, and every day I'm in it. So it's crazy now to kind of like, I think this year I finally actually like said, in the middle of the event, stop and look around. And I finally did that this year and kind of took a moment to look around and was like, this thing is insane. Like this thing has truly become just next level, and just the excitement and the athletes that were there were just the elite of the elite, and the courses and the building and the builders that were there and what they're doing, and the top photographers and the top cinematographers. I mean, it was just the who's who, the best of the best, and that's why this event now is like so incredible to watch, and it goes at the highest level because it really is the elite of elite, and we've been doing it for so long that we've been changing little tweaks and knobs every year to try and make it better and safer. And we bring in water now. We have a whole water system that's takes weeks to install, and it comes from a local spring, and we get the water up there, and that has really allowed the athletes to build at another level, and really create a safer, as safe as it can be, situation, with kind of more reliable lips and landings, and being able to pack things out. So it's crazy what this event has come, and it really has been an insane journey, and I've been very, very lucky to be involved in it. And I definitely pinch myself every year that I'm doing it. I'm also pretty stressed when I'm doing it as well. It's they've all become very good friends of mine, and it's sometimes hard for me to watch, but I feel pretty proud of what we created.